Hey yo, I'm stressed and I'm tired and it's keeping me wired. Caught in between quitting my job and hoping I get fired. But either way, I'm a liar. I'ma be there every day, working hard regardless what I get paid. Hoping for a bone to one day get thrown. Till then I'm in the zone, I got my own projects going. On a similar note, I'm still waiting for them to blow. Get my profile high, fuck keeping things low. Only thing low top is some shoes that I own. And when I get high, I like to do it from a cone. That was unrelated, but I do it to a tone. And I write these lyrics on my touchscreen phone. But yo, let's get to it. I'm finished with my song. Episode 59 won't make you wait too long.
It was a great highlight reel year.
Really
sure.
good. Really good.
And there's just another highlight to add this year, you know? Fucking
AB.
You ever been at the doctor? He just farted and just laughed about it while he was trying to take care of shit.
I feel like it's really hilarious that like this is such a turn of events. Like AB's like last year has been quite funny. Like not funny, but like it's gotten funny, and you can't help but like not even laugh. You got to laugh at dude now.
It's really the AB saga. Like it's
right.
This time period of things that just keep happening involving him. You know.
So what's the headline say? It says basically AB or Antonio Brown's doctor or former doctor said that he still owes him something along the lines of like $14,000 in fees.
Yeah. And
also, in addition to that, has said that, and I don't know what he brought this up for, really.
He was like, and he farted in my face.
Like he owes me $14,000, right? And dude farted in my face when I went to go check his body fat twice. He farted in my face twice,
and then he laughed about it, and that's not funny,
dude. Like I can only assume if like somebody were to fart in your face, you especially twice, the same person,
yeah,
like he could probably taste that if he want. Like if he thought about it as he's talking about it, he's probably like, "Ew,
I tasted shit."
Dude, how the actual thought process of somebody who's getting their like actual like you're at your doctor's office, like a professional setting,
yeah,
right? And you decide, okay, when he goes down there to go check my body fat, I'm gonna save this fart for him. Also, right? The other question is, did he fart twice in the same visit?
Was it like one after the other?
Right? Was it just like a toot? Oh, I'm sorry, right? And he smiled and like, and then the next time he went down there, he was like, I got you, bitch, and farts again in his face. And then that's when the doctor got angry, like, dude, you owe me $14,000. You better stop farting in my face, fool.
He probably accepted it at first because he was like, oh, I'm gonna get paid a lot of money for these 2 visits or 1 visit or whatever. And then he didn't get the money, and now he's pissed. So now he's like, you owe me money for those visits, dude, which you farted in my face in.
It was cool when I thought you were going to pay me, but now that you ain't pay me, now you owe me money and you farted in my face. Like, I'll only accept the farts in the face for the $14,000. What kind of doctor is this? Where's the dignity involved?
Right.
You were going to accept those farts until dude didn't pay?
Yeah, like, what else are you willing to get paid for?
Yeah, but that's a whole other
nasty award.
See, look how we just turned it around on the doctor, dude. So fucked up. Look how we make
the society.
Look how we make fun of guys. Like, dude got like facially assaulted by an anus.
It was another guy. If it was a girl, then I could see your story. You know, like I'm just willing to accept it.
Okay, even if you're a girl doctor and they fart in your face, it's still pretty funny. But like you see, like how we automatically turn it around on the doctor. It's the doctor's fault. Should have been down there by his butt. What the fuck's he doing down there? No, dick. That's what he's got to do to check your body fat.
It's hilarious. You know what? I've been in many gyms where they just had the electric thing go straight through you. I'm sure that's all he really needs. You know?
Oh, those aren't efficient at all.
They gotta have been better.
They don't even be a real weight. Tell you a female. You're like, this is wrong.
It's like it's like the Sunday showcase when you're trying to see how much it's gonna cost and like the money is going through. So like
Sunday showcase
on Price is Right.
It's not the Sunday show. It's Price is Right ain't even on Sunday.
Well, I forgot what the name of the main showcase is. Clearly,
well, the last one's the Showcase Showdown.
Maybe that's what it is,
right? So I guess the middle ones are what, just the showcase.
I guess it's the Showcase Showdown because when they spin the wheel and they're like the money is calculating whatever how much the spin's gonna be.
Oh, so they did have multiple showdowns. And what was the last one?
Right. So what I'm saying is,
what was the last one? The Showcase showdowns of all showdowns. And
I don't know, but what I'm saying.
hey, what's a
about
hoedown?
Apparently, it's just something where they just sing some funny songs.
It's not
each other,
sexual?
and I guess not.
Hoedowns aren't sexual?
I only know what a hoedown is from Whose Line Is It Anyway. Outside of that context, I know nothing about a hoedown.
That's what a hoedown is?
I think so, right? Which is kind of funny when you think about it.
Just four dudes bopping up and down, making fucking hilarious like rhymes.
Like fucking rhyming at each other and shit.
That sounds.
My she's a bit chunky.
I would
like
never,
has that kind of.
Okay, so if you were to say, excuse me, if you were to tell me, hey, you want to go to a hoedown tonight, like, I'll be like, I would definitely not assume that. If I didn't know what it was, I would be like, you're into that kind of shit, dude?
Before we go there, let me revisit the whole idea behind my showdown number thing. We were talking
my
about.
fault you remind me of the word hoedown.
We were talking about when you hold the electric body fat reader, and I was like, I don't think there's any particular science to it, and the number that pops up is just like when you go to the Price is Right and you spin the wheel. Like, you never know. It's going to hold it out to like 27. The next time you put it out, it's going to be 34. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't like that parallel, but I'll let you go ahead and ride with it.
Well, it's only because we're out of the conversation
Context.
of that now.
Well, because
yes.
we were talking about hoedowns, which are a much better topic.
They're not, though. They're
Speaking
not
of
very
hoedowns,
exciting if they are.
welcome back.
The transition king, man, for God's sake. Welcome to the Kiona Kasson podcast. We might as well do that now since we're here. I'm your host, Adam. I'm here with my brother, Osama.
What up, what up?
It's episode number 59 today.
Oh, shit.
So we're getting to another
We about to get
10
that AARP card, ain't it?
or something like
Wait,
that.
when do you
know?
get the AARP card?
I have no idea. I don't have one, and I really just...
Is it like just like everything else? They give it to you close to death so you don't get much benefit at all?
Right. They're like, oh, there's new benefits in your life, but you have to live the next 10 years to actually use them, which you probably won't, considering...
Just call this the Geritol or the entrance into Geritol episode.
Shout out to everybody watching, other listening, whatever platform you're on.
Thanks for lending your eyes or your ears or both or whatever.
Right.
Don't just do your eyes, though, because you won't know what we're saying.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You need both. Or just put on the subtitles and the eyes might work.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Something like that.
You hit that guy.
So
Shouldn't have been standing there.
So you want to like just go through whatever is left of this Antonio Brown conversation?
Yeah, sure. It's hilarious that like one, he went to the Raiders. It went to the Raiders. He went to the Raiders, and then
And he fucked that up.
had a lot of money coming to him.
Yep.
Fucked that up, right? Went to and people were saying it was on purpose. But if you're farting and people, I don't know. Okay, I was gonna say one thing.
I mean, think about their diets.
I was gonna say, firstly, they were talking about like that they thought that maybe this was a whole like act in order to get out of the Raiders so he can go to the Patriots, right? And I was riding with that for a minute. But you gotta be a calculated motherfucker to hold a fart until somebody gets down to your face.
Listen, what about their diet?
Imagine his car ride, right? No. Imagine
think about the nasty shit he's putting in his shakes, and he probably just farting all fucking day.
But you adjust to that. But no, can you imagine, right? Can you imagine he's in the car ride there, right? Man, I gotta fart. I'm gonna wait though.
So I wait. They do the body fat testing. First thing I can hold this.
Wait till I fart in his face that second time. He's gonna hate me. But I got farts coming for him.
What I would like to know,
more farts? Did he intend to do more?
That's what I was gonna say. Did he eat some real volatile shit before he had this fucking doctor's appointment? So he's like, "Oh, this is gonna be fucked up tomorrow." We're like,
I mean, that's real fucked up if you think about it. Like, that's like if you
he probably did.
If you thought about farting in my face the night before you farted in my face, you gotta go. That's disrespectful.
The tuxedos seem real fucked up now.
No, I'm telling you that like if the night before while you were eating your dinner, and I was at home just like got another day of doctoring tomorrow, right? Because isn't that what that's what you call it?
Probably just call it practicing or something.
Gonna go practice doctoring a little bit more tomorrow, and then
gonna go be a doctor. Yeah,
and then like meanwhile, there's a farter like miles away at his house, like chilling out, like just like man, I'm a fart in that doctor's face.
About to go be a farter tomorrow.
If that thought enters your head, what the fuck was I trying to say? If that thought enters your head before you go to bed the night before you've done the act, oh man, like literally, that's I'll take that as pure disrespect.
I mean,
I'll ask for a duel, or if you're a coward, and we're gonna go from there.
but how would you find out that it was planned that far in advance?
Dude, you don't.
Where you're like,
fart,
this is a premeditated fart, motherfucker.
I mean, I get it. This is a lot of fart talk, but listen, when it comes down to it, that's disrespectful. Like one fart, and he laughed. They said he laughed at it.
I would have probably, if like I was a witness in the room, I'd be laughing about it just because I'm immature like that.
Yeah, but it would also be one of those things where you're like, you did that to me, I'll be whooping his ass, Doc.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, if I was putting myself in that person's position, I'd be fucking pissed.
That
right?
position that he was in?
The position that he was in to catch a fart to the face.
Dude, that's got to be fucked up.
That's not something that I ever... Hey, somebody's getting their ass whooped.
Okay, so long story short, farting in people's faces. Last thing that happened to that dude is he said, I will not be playing football anymore.
This is true, yes.
He retired.
He got dropped from the Pats.
So
he said... I quit. He's like, the owners are a bunch of assholes. He's like, they still owe me money because the guaranteed money, somehow they feel like they could just remove it. And he went on some rant about it. But yeah, bottom line, he doesn't play.
Dude,
anymore.
you were a dick the last 2 months of your like he So let's break down his last couple months. Gone from the Steelers, goes to the Raiders, gets signed, acts a fool, gets dropped. Mm-hmm. Goes to Patriots.
Well, but he wanted to get out of the Raiders.
Yeah, I know. I'm just breaking down I'm just giving it like a breakdown
just
to breakdown thing. Yeah. Goes to Patriots. Did he play a game?
Yes.
Played one game.
Scored a touchdown. Everything. Had a good game.
Had some allegations that were super serious, right? Which are not a joke. We have not joked about any of those.
Nope.
What we have joked about though is the fact that he farted in people's faces.
Yes.
Then got dropped from the Patriots.
Right.
I'm not saying that's all that got him dropped for.
Then quit, as it says in the itinerary.
And then retired, for instance.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be remembered for nothing really now. The only thing I'm gonna remember Antonio Brown for is farting in people's faces.
Yeah, pretty much. Although before I heard about him quitting, which was today, I heard somebody saying, "Oh, the Bears are gonna look to sign him," and I was like, no, "That would be a Bears signing." That would be a Bears.
They'd be like, "Oh, he's got potential though." Like, yeah, but you're gonna let him go next year.
Like, we'll get him at a real cheap rate for this.
They're always looking for the bargain. Bears are always looking for that bargain bin by.
If he didn't have the sexual harassment thing hanging over his head, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, like farting in faces, pure alone isn't really the worst thing in the world. Like, you can get over somebody being a serial face farter, right? Yeah. But you can't do that. That sexual allegation is fucked up. I just want to know if either of them are true.
I have no idea. Who knows? He's the only one who knows.
Right.
Well, because the doctor knows, but he could be lying. So
that's enough about AB and his farting in people's faces.
Yeah,
we've ridden that cloud out of here.
Well, since AB's doctor was being kind of a tattletale,
you didn't get that at all.
No. Since AB's doctor was on some little tattletaling type shit, why don't we talk about another tattletale who seems to be ruling?
Look at that segue.
You know what I mean?
Talking about my segues. That was actually an obvious one.
It was better than yours.
It's terrible. But either way, yeah, dude has been telling on everybody, dude. Yeah. He's going back. He's like, what else do I got to tell you to not have to do any time? Like he's got, it almost is like he's got there's a meter like in the back of the courtroom that only he and a select few can see. Is like Takashi jail meter, and right now he's just rolling back the years, right? Like the Jim Jones thing dropped down like 2 digits for him, like, you know what I mean? Like
he's telling a story that started at the ending.
Dude, I don't know how the fuck he's just went about like telling on everybody.
Everybody. This is why he's going to be okay when he gets out. He'll never go to jail. He'll never get his ass whooped.
He's going to put everybody in jail?
Everybody who is going to fuck him up after he gets out for snitching on everybody is going to be in jail.
He's going to be walking out the exit while motherfuckers walking through the entry. He's like, motherfucker, you can't kill me in there.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to go?
He's bringing in people who have no mention in this story prior to him snitching. And he's like, there was some girl, some pop artist or some shit, I don't know. And he was like, oh, she was what is it, 9 tray blood or something?
Yeah.
And she was like, she commented on Twitter, she's like, do not put me in this shit. Like,
look, motherfucker. Yeah, he's said something about Cardi. I know he said something about Jim Jones. Jim Jones apparently in the video was saying something like, we gotta violate this motherfucker. Like, Yo, I just don't know. Do you think he's going to be able to go? Do you think he's going to be in witness protection, or do you think he's going to be in do you think he's be able to go back home?
He's gonna have to go to witness protection. This is like when fucking what's his name snitched on everybody. Ray Liotta.
Oh, and Goodfellas?
Yeah, this is like he's bringing down the mob right now. Everybody's watching his testimony.
He's definitely trying to take everybody he can down with him, or actually instead of him.
He has these people in the courtroom. And he's like, he did it. He did it. He did it. He did it.
They said, I was reading it. They're like sometimes literally pointing, pointing out, and sometimes literally at the people in the courtroom to basically snitch a little bit more.
It's kind of a crazy story. I think it maybe just because it's so high profile. I guess just because the names were involved.
It's like obviously this kind of thing happens like all the time. We probably just don't know about it, right? But like it's just so hilarious that like I don't know. It's just so weird because he had such a large like rise and fall at the same time within like a year's time. He like, but was it really all worth it? Is like what I would ask. Like, I mean, I don't think you can continue your career after this. Like, it's not really something that's going to be able to continue happening.
Although that remains a wild card in this era because there hasn't been something like this, And people might be like, yeah, it was good that he snitched. Listen,
good why?
Because they're like, oh yeah, like think about the way that things went down in that gang. Like I wouldn't do no time for these motherfuckers either.
Well, people can't be talking about things they don't really know.
Well, I agree.
See, I don't talk about.
But that's what I'm saying is that those people might allow him to have some kind of a comeback.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a large enough following for him to be able to continue doing things. I don't think that he has the. I don't know. This is such an unorthodox like situation and case that I don't know if we can ever tell you what's going to happen before it does. Because before this, like I guess everybody was kind of understanding of like we knew that he was kind of like a goofy and shit. So I don't know what exactly comes of this for him, but I do know that like I don't think he can go back to where he's from. I don't think he can go back to any place that has like I don't think he can go to anywhere that anybody who would recognize his face can be, right? He's got to be. They may have to remove him from the country, like that's what I'm thinking. Unless he's able to go home, the most extreme has to happen in terms of witness protection.
But regardless where he's at, he could still drop music. Is what I'm saying.
Yo, witness protection, like I like that's got to be the most stressful life on.
I just always think about the Fresh Prince. when they get to witness. He was telling that story.
Oh, that was a good fucking episode. I can't remember it completely, but I do remember like the idea that like imagine that you're on witness protection, right? So now you're like you got to be 100% paranoid, right? Like there's no way that
now there's probably you probably have the thought in your mind that somebody out there is looking for you.
Can you pick a place? They'd be like, all right, where you want to go? You'd be like,
probably not.
Where don't I know people at? I don't know.
But I imagine like a lot of the people who live in like down south Alabama, Louisiana, a lot of the witness protection people are there.
Dude, I'm going somewhere cold where you got to be bundled up all the time so you can't even see my face.
Soviet Russia.
Like, I like your accent. What accent? This is me, motherfucker. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's definitely something that's like, that would fuck me up. I'd be like, I don't know which is worse, going home and getting beat the fuck up and killed, because it's not just getting a beating, but
they have to put him in witness protection. They're gonna like fake his death probably when this is all said and done, and then he's just gonna be living somewhere very desolate.
I guess, as long as you're living, but what about your family and everybody that knows your family? Eventually somebody's going to find you unless nobody can find you after that.
Yeah.
Like they don't know, the family's not going to know where he is because they can't allow it.
Yeah.
Like, here, you live on this island. There's nothing here, motherfuckers!
Like, listen, he's not dead, but we can't tell you where he is.
He basically might as well be.
Right. Like, to you, he's dead. Don't even look for him. You'll never find him.
I got to pee.
Okay, we're back, and Sam has officially peed. So
I pee-peed.
Yo, one of the funniest things about this fucking Takashi shit is the reactions from people.
You think he's an alien?
He might be. I mean,
stupid.
He might just be a rat.
Master Splinter?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a terrible joke.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Snoop has been constantly funny during this whole thing.
Oh, Snoop is like hilarious. Like he should be a commentator for almost everything.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the videos of him like for like the National Geographic?
No.
Like Snoop has literally voiceover. Like they've had him do like the voiceovers for like penguins and shit, and it's really fucking hilarious. Like he has the most matter of fact like point of view on everything. He's really good about like just being real and I think his place in hip hop is super important, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I would certainly agree.
Snoop Dogg, baby.
Yeah.
Oh no, Big Slim Dog. Oh, that's Eminem's verse. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
It's definitely not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The other thing about Snoop is he's gonna be Cousin It in the Addams Family remake that they're doing.
He's gonna be Cousin It
He's gonna be
with all the
Cousin
hair.
It. Well, they're gonna make it like I think he's gonna do the voiceover work for it because I think they're gonna make it like an animated type of thing.
Right. Okay. Oh, the whole movie.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's funny. I was like, how the fuck is he gonna be that?
But I was like, Cousin
It's
It
just
doesn't
a
even
big
talk
hairball.
though. Like,
Yeah, like that's also true. Like, what's it gonna be? Like sounds?
is he just gonna be there smoking? Like,
Doesn't make any sense to me.
no. But I mean, whatever. I guess we'll see what they have in mind with that. But then like 50's talking about Takashi. That was pretty funny too. He's like, they were like, "Oh, he was your son, Fifth," and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, he's not anymore." He's like, "You're your mama's son now."
Yeah, now
he's like,
he
you
does-
do that, now you're your mama's son.
Now I don't want to mess with you after that. 50's pretty calculated. He's not stupid. He's
No.
not gonna associate himself with anybody that's a rat or with any like. It was cool for the money until the truth came out. And then he was like, "All right, I'm done with you."
Right, for sure.
Made the money off him already though.
Yeah, and he already knows like he can't publicly be affiliated with that based on his story. So
Yeah, he can't do that.
no, but yeah, I don't know. It's been a weird story. But when did he start his testimony? Like earlier this week?
It was like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I believe. Like 3 days on the stand.
Just snitching on
Just
everybody.
just letting it go.
It's like a solid 16
They turned the
hours of-
faucet on and he just kept going and going and going. Like,
How long is a day in court? Is it like 8 hours? Has he snitched on people for like 24 hours worth of testimony, or?
I think
It's
he's
a
on
lot
the
of
stand for
snitching.
a long time. Like I think he was on the stand for like 6 hours or 5 hours a day.
That's a whole lot of running
talking.
through the story. Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of talking.
He's like,
Even
"And
if you
then,
aren't there."
and then
No, and then even if you aren't there to snitch, in 15 hours of talking, you're gonna say something like that you didn't mean to say.
right,
That's it.
yeah.
That's why those
But
interrogations.
he was there for snitching, so he said everything that he intended to say.
That's why those interrogations are like they work because they just leave you in there until you fucking break down and you're like, all right, yeah, I did that shit. Be like, we got you. Be like, motherfucker, if this was 12 hours ago, I whooped that ass. Like, you ain't got me. You just made me say this because I have no other choice. You're not gonna let me go home, and I
Right.
gotta pee.
Yeah. Well, how long can they keep you there if they're waiting for?
Oh man, they say that some interrogations they've talked about like, or the ones especially like we had that what was that dude the Berg the old cop from Chicago.
Yeah.
But there's so many allegations of him like police brutality and shit like that and like unlawful everything like but they said that some of those interrogations lasted so long, like days, like they'd keep you in a room just fucking with you until you confessed over, just out of pure, fucking exhaustion.
Yeah. Yo, Takashi is making his own version of the Mueller report right now.
Oh, you're gonna have to go to Russia too with like, dude, that Snow guy is Snowden. Like, yo, I'm coming. Yo, you got a room available?
He's like, I'm sorry, I did this, and then this, and then he did this, and then she did this, and then he did this, and then he did. Like,
I couldn't
bro,
stop. Once I started, I just couldn't stop. Like the Energizer Bunny.
for talking about 12, 18 hours worth of testimony. Like,
It's a lot of
the
talking.
Mueller report wasn't that long.
Like, even if
And
it
he
was, they
snitching on
redacted it.
white-collar crimes.
They redacted it to like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
They're like redacted. What? Redacted. I didn't say redacted. Just just throw the whole thing in some black paint. It's redacted. The whole fucking report is redacted.
None of this testimony carries any weight in court.
None of this matters. We're not gonna know what that says. Just like, I was gonna say like we wouldn't know about if there were really aliens at Area 51, but apparently the Navy.
Look at
Has
the transitions.
Shit. If you don't say it, they wouldn't know it. Sound familiar, Dick?
Well, you did that to mine just before this.
Yeah, well, either way, it's still a good
Okay,
transition.
Mr. Alien.
But anyway, if you've been listening to the news or on Facebook or any of your timelines for that matter, really, other than probably Snapchat, I don't think anything useful on Snapchat.
Sometimes.
Most of the time, it's like people I know making their food, or like people I know just there, like on a porch. Like I don't care what you're doing.
Right.
I don't
Driving and like talking like somebody cares what they have to
I don't
say.
use Snapchat for really anything. Really, I just want Snapchat. Oh, look at that's there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, but the Navy has basically confirmed after it was almost impossible to deny at this point that there are aliens, and they've seen alien or UFOs out in the atmosphere.
Yes, they saw unidentified flying light objects, and they have no idea.
UFO is unidentified.
Yeah, I know what they are. I know what it is.
What was that word you put in between that?
What I'm saying is they don't know what those lights were. They were unidentified.
Well, no, they've showed video of it. The video shows some
but
weird
they had like
thing
some weird
flying fast as fuck, and then in the middle of the air like pivots. And
it was an infrared.
this whole weird thing.
It was like an infrared video, which was
Wait. What?
That's like what they had.
Say the word again.
Infrared.
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 Infrared? That's not the word. It's infrared.
Oh my god.
Infrared? It's not a word. What school did you go to? You remedial. No, it's infrared, firstly. Adam is just going to look it up to confirm that. Secondly, so they've confirmed that. And I don't know. I mean, let's say like, okay, now that we know they're here, let's speculate. What do the aliens look like?
Hell, if I'm
Does it look like E.T.? Do they come out looking like Johnny Five from Short Circuit, just fucking computers, right? So if they were just computers, we definitely are fucking better. If they're Johnny Five computers, if they come out like the fucking sex dolls that know, like have like thoughts and feelings and shit, then they're probably gonna kill us.
No, if they're like technology, if they're robots, these motherfuckers are literally just computers that I don't think they need like a host.
What if aliens are super small? Like, what if aliens don't grow larger than children?
They're like the ones in Space Jam.
What if they're like children? What if they come like they look exactly like us, but they don't grow taller than like our knees?
What if it's
so they're like grown men, but like that small?
What if it's some Jedis? Shout out to Dave.
Jedi, dude, we already know my take on Jedis. But anyway, no, I don't know. Okay, so we don't know what they look like. We've confirmed that. Right. Do aliens smell?
Are there different races of...
Do aliens smell?
Of alien.
Do you think they need deodorant?
I mean, I feel like if they're flying and they've developed ships that can get here, they probably figured out stinky armpits by now.
Do you think they sweat like that? Do you think they have those glands underneath their arms? Or what if their armpits are in a different area? Like, what if their armpits are like literally like their cheeks?
It's weird.
Like they got to put deodorant on their cheeks. My cheeks get to stinking sometimes, right? No?
I mean...
Okay. I'm just asking. We know nothing about aliens. I just want to know, what do their ships look like? Do they look like... Are they sexual looking? Like in Austin Powers? Right?
They could very well be. Or are they like an actual flying saucer type of thing? Like in The Simpsons?
What if it was an actual saucer? like a tea saucer? The aliens in Simpsons are by far the most ignorant aliens ever created.
They really are.
Fucking worst. And like Futurama goes to the space and shit. So, that's got to be something or if you don't, then I'm not going to explain about it. But
yeah.
Okay, so they exist.
Yeah.
What do they want?
Maybe they're just trying to study us, like we're trying to study them, or they're looking for a new place to set up shop, and they're gonna kill us all. There's only two options.
They're gonna colonize us,
right?
No, okay. So what if aliens aren't aliens, but they're us, right? Wait, they're us, right? But they're guys that left like thousands of years ago, right? On this big journey trying to figure shit out, right? We've already done this. Okay, we've already gotten to this point.
And they're what fucked up Mars?
No. And so they've gone and they've done their thing, right?
Yeah.
And we've regressed as a society, right? To where they were before they got to the point where these guys were able to leave.
Yeah.
Right? And what if they come back and they're like, fuck! Like, we're back?
Like, we were growing those trees.
Like, no, I'm saying, like, what if they accidentally came back? Like, we found another Earth, and they didn't realize that, like, they had literally just come all the way back. It's been so long, right? This is probably a terrible theory, but any theory about the aliens is probably pretty terrible.
I mean, listen, what I think is there are people from another planet. Could be people, could be like, some other weird organism. And they land here and they're just going to tell us like, hey, listen, you're really fucking things up here and it's affecting us out there. So stop it or we will kill you.
We found one of these in our backyard. It's like a fucking like, I don't know, what's superhuman like that we would do that would fuck something up. Like, I don't know, like a big ass like, I don't know.
Plastic water bottles.
No, I was gonna say tons of straws and like the rings that go around pop cans and shit. Like
just off in a big
you're
zip
killing
line.
our dogs, motherfucker. Like no,
like our sea turtles are eating these.
like what if they're not hostile at all, but we make them angry and like
they're like Stanley from Friday. Excuse me, can you stay off my lawn, please?
Can you stay off my freaking grass? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're not going to be hostile. Maybe we kill them.
Maybe we're the hostile ones,
My ultimate theory is that they're coming back just to get Elon Musk and dip.
Maybe they are.
He's like, they don't want me here. They keep telling me not to try to make things better.
Right.
I've literally tried to save Earth at least 10 times already. They've canceled everything. Come get me. Fuck them. Fuck these humans.
Yeah, I could see it. Because Elon Musk, I mean, what kind of name is that anyways? He sounds like an alien name to me.
Yeah, I definitely was thinking about that. I was like, his last name
Martian ass name, man.
Like, Elon Musk.
I don't think it's just
Musk.
that he's Swedish. Is he Swedish?
No, somebody told me he's South African.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, he's a little nuts.
I really heard he was Swedish. I thought, but
he's not. He's South African.
Interesting.
And also an alien.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I keep bringing down all this cool technology and you're just fucking poo-pooing on it.
Like, where do you think this shit comes from? Like, you didn't have it before. I came out of nowhere. Like,
yo, technology itself is crazy. Like, I remember when Iron Man came out and they were showing all that weird, crazy touchscreen shit, and we hadn't gotten that yet. Like, we hadn't really gotten touchscreen like touchscreen is now.
Right.
And I was like, man, that shit is so dope. And like every time a movie shows some new technology, usually we get some variation of that technology introduced to us.
It's like they're slowly introducing.
It's like look, we got this, but you're like, oh, or not even. That's not even how it goes. They show you in a movie and they're like subliminally saying, hey, we got this, and you're at the movie theater like, I wonder if we have this.
And how did they do that in the movie?
And then,
but they can't do it in real life.
Then like 2 months later, like fucking iPhone came out like, iPhone 1, it's whack, but it's better than anything you ever seen before in your life. Don't worry, 12 variations from now, you'll be able to fly with it. We're on their way to these things. Like one day you're going to be able to press a button. It's going to be like a whole unlocked jetpack. It's going to wrap around your body, fly you straight to the fucking moon. You're not going to want to go there. You're dead already because it's Earth. I mean, it's out of Earth.
I know I've referenced a lot of shows already today, but I feel like it's going to be like
I've just rambled a lot about nothing today.
I feel like it's going to be like a Stewie kind of like teleport pad, You put it on the floor, you just step on it, and you just fucking go wherever you want,
Wasn't his like controlled by battery?
Well, his, I'm sure, was less technologically advanced. He was a baby,
You got to account for the fact that Stewie's a baby in most of his inventions. Like, oh, yeah.
I think it's important. It's important to note because, his brain's not fully developed. So
he's like Adam.
Your mama.
Don't say that about mom. Fucking dick. It's at least like a quarter more developed than yours.
Oh! Hey, listen. Fuck you. That's why you ain't got one of these little Uzi Vert t-shirts.
I thought you was going to say iPhone.
No.
Look at that segue, man. We are terrible. So anyway, I was watching those GQ 10 things I can't live without type thing they do with the celebrities.
Which is like a 10 things I hate about you for everybody else.
Yeah, so much so that once in a while you gotta watch it. Anyway, so they had Lil Uzi Vert, right? And ever since he said that when that college student came and was like, "Hey Uzi, can you pay for my college?" He's like, "How much is your college?" 90 grand. He's like, "I can't pay for that." So ever since he said that, I was like, "What else can he pay for?" Right? So I went on to this GQ
Apparently
thing.
quite a lot of things.
Yeah, apparently so. So I was watching the GQ 10 Things I Can't Live Without. Lil Uzi Vert. He had some other shit, a whole bunch of weird shit, whatever stuff I can't even remember. The one thing I remember, because I love white tees, right? And I'd be like, man, you know what? When you buy white tees, most of the time they don't be good quality, no matter how much you spend on them, unless apparently
they get dingy in like 2 washes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you buy some Hanes, they'll fit perfectly, right? And then you go wash it once, and you'll think that it was like a baby shirt.
I would just spray Febreze on this. I'm not going to wash it. It'll last longer that way.
A Febreze shirt? Yeah, that's nasty. Anyway, he was like, "Oh, I like white tees, and like I don't know where they come from most of the time. They just be there when I wake up." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Fuck you." Anyway, so he was like, "I like these. They're Dolce & Gabbana white tees." I was like, "Okay, how much do these cost?" Because I'm curious. I can't afford it. I already know looking them up might cost me more than I can afford. But I said, fuck it, man. We're going to check this shit out.
Yeah.
So I went on Google.
Right.
Dolce & Gabbana white tees.
True.
$325 for one. For one.
What makes this so much more worth the money than like a
I bet you
Fruit of the Loom?
I don't know, but okay, so I've asked questions, right? I've surveyed my friends. I'm not afraid to say it. My guy friends. I've asked these questions because if you can't talk to your guy friends about stuff, who can you talk to about things?
Yeah.
Right.
Shut up.
Adam doesn't want to agree, but I'll agree anyway. So listen, I was like, all right, is there really a difference in like underwear qualities between like Polo and my like Fruit of the Looms and
right,
right? Because I want to know.
Absolutely.
I've never put those on my balls before, so I can't tell you.
No.
They're a little expensive.
Right.
My balls, I appreciate them and I love them, but I can't afford certain things to grace them with.
Hanes,
Yeah, but the thing about those things are that they ride up.
No, because I wear boxers.
Oh yeah, you do wear boxers.
I do.
Be out there all free to the world and shit. That's a little nuts to me.
It's not. That's how life's supposed to be.
No, man. Sometimes, listen, you need to be wrangled in. And the boxer brief is perfect.
Listen, we all know there's a time and a place for everything, but most of the time they
do you not even do you wear briefs when you play basketball?
I mean, now you have to note that I haven't played basketball in a while. But
well, I'm asking when you play basketball.
I used to just do both, whatever,
Both.
Yeah.
So you just be out there running around without without proper security going on.
Just plopping around out there.
Plop. Like the guy from The Office. Listen, all I'm saying is probably you should switch.
Listen,
your balls will thank you. Listen,
I've been down that road before.
So I've actually thought about like spending a lot of money on underwear just because I was like, okay, let's see if there's
some silk draws.
No, I don't want silk on my dick while I'm walking around all day, man. Just walking all stimulated and shit because it's fucking rubbing my dick all sensual.
I don't have any experience with silk, so I don't know that,
Dude, you got to know that if you have silk boxers on, your dick is not going to be in... You're not ready for work. I mean, you're ready for work, but not that work.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to be comfort, That's what I expect out of it.
Listen, I ain't putting silk boxers on unless I'm getting some cutty that night. Yep. Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I would give it a shot.
Ain't nobody getting no cutty last night
instead of spending $300 on a pair of just name brand fucking boxers. Just go and get some silk ones.
Silk, I can only imagine being super expensive. What about like velour? Can I get velour? Like
I don't think that's better. I think I prefer cotton.
Would that just be a lot of static?
Probably.
Like yes. A lot of static on my balls.
Static on your balls, like in your microphone.
There's no static in my microphone. Anyway. Back to the conversation about literally have nothing. We've talked about nothing.
We've talked about some things. We're
literally talking about static in your ball sacks right now.
Well, I mean, we're talking about the difference in draws, and I think men can appreciate this conversation.
Yeah, listen. All I know is that I used to be well, just like everything. So I think the natural progression usually is it goes diaper,
right, tidy whities,
for like probably the longest period of all the types of everything you have until you get to adult life, right? I think everybody wears tidy whities probably up until somewhere in high school.
Yeah. I think like sophomore year, I made the switch to
at
boxers.
some point in high school, you're like, oh, this is weird. So I'm not going to wear these anymore.
Keeping my balls to myself for me.
Right. It's like tidy whities are aptly named. Right. So the reason I stopped wearing tidy whities was because when I was in freshman year of high school, I don't know why, but for some reason, I had joined the wrestling team, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't stay on past like conditioning.
Right.
Just full disclosure, I think I wrestled once, didn't like it. Was like, nope. This little thing they call a singlet is like a spandex pair of underwears.
That's tidy whities in which you put your balls on other people because you're too close.
Yeah, no, but it was like, it's called a singlet, right? So it's like very spandexy. Right? Like very spandexy and very short.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, it's also like a onesie.
Right.
So it's hilarious. And I didn't like it.
Yeah, no.
So I didn't keep it. I was like, nope, I'm done. But
it's too much exposure.
the reason I stopped wrestling, I stopped wearing tidy whities,
right?
Because early in the season they have to do like a ringworm check, right? So basically, you strip down to your tidy whities, and you're in the locker room with everybody, and you're just walking, and you have to go up to the coaches. You spin around, they look at you, make sure you don't got anything on you, and you go back. Now, I realized the majority of people were wearing tidy whities, but I also realized that this was not the most comfortable situations for any of these people.
Right.
Including myself.
Right.
I'm in that locker room a little bit like, yeah, this is a little weird. Like, and then you see the guys that wear like boxers, right? They were like, they almost looked like they were wearing shorts. They were like, shorts. They were the most comfortable guys in the locker room. They were like, yep.
They're much looser than the spandex that you had to wear to wrestle.
Yeah, you don't got to worry about nothing. You can't see no prints or anything. It's just a pair of boxers, basically shorts.
Yeah.
I was like, I need that life. Yeah,
and that's the life that I currently
So I went
lead,
home and I was like, hey, Ma, I need boxers. Mom said no. I was like, okay. All right, I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I guess that's no.
Need to work
so
around.
Basically, what I'm saying is, the next time I was able to afford that, like probably beginning of the next year, I stopped wearing tidy whities and I went to boxers.
I'm telling you, that is the life I currently lead.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I grew up again, right? In the natural progression of things.
I don't feel like that's the natural progression.
I think I stopped wearing boxers probably.
Now you've utilized
in my early 20s.
Now you've utilized different varieties of fucking draws, and now you figured out which one that you like the most, and then you switch back to those. I prefer boxers.
Did you ever go to briefs?
I really fucking hate briefs. Honestly, I tried them one time, and I was like, "What is this?" Like, I feel like I'm about to go wrestle.
Yeah, but it's like I get that. I just don't know. Boxers are like
I think briefs are better for on the court.
Oh, 100%. You can't just be
in a me playing basketball
flopping
situation.
Everywhere and shit, just grabbing rebounds and like. That's a whole nother situation.
It's just like I don't like to have any of my clothing that tight. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Like besides my socks, of course, because
I was just wondering.
Man.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Yo, you ever think about in shows when they're like drunk in the show, if they were really drunk, right? Because some people could play a really good drunk.
I'm sure that there's been people.
Others just couldn't play. I feel like maybe if you can't play a good drunk, you have to go get drunk to play that drunk role that day.
It's the same way about like all these new age stoner movies. I'm pretty sure they're actually smoking.
Oh, dude, there's no way you're gonna just put me in a stoner movie and we're just smoking like fake cigarettes or some shit.
Well, they have like that fake weed that doesn't have like a high effect.
Yeah, I don't think that's something I would want. I'd be like, yep, I don't want to be a part of this.
No,
this is we don't call this this. Call this like fake weed.
Give them some real weak mid. Just smoke this.
You got some Riggs. Get some Reggie Miller.
No.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think pretty much lost my train of thought.
What do we? I think we have one more thing to talk
about
here.
This has been one of those episodes where we don't have nothing to talk about.
Oh, well, speaking about the whole weed situation, American Airlines emergency landing. Somebody was blazing up on the plane. How about?
Do you know what they were smoking? Like, were they just like smoking or like a pen or what the fuck?
I have no idea, but I imagine not the pen. Like,
yeah, that goes away.
Emergency landing for the pen. Come on, bro. Like, you fucking up everybody's time.
Dude's just sitting there like, what, man?
Yeah.
What's your problem, man?
Yeah. Like Harold and Kumar when
Ain't
they go
that
and
funny
smoke in the
how-
bathroom.
Oh, the battle shits.
No. I'm
Battle
talking about,
shits.
when they're on the plane for Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, no, I think isn't it funny like the
It's a
pothead
bomb.
voice, like the one that they ever. Hey man,
The
like
McConaughey voice.
yeah, everybody thinks that potheads all sound like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty funny.
It is.
What if everybody sounded like Matthew McConaughey?
Because that was the 70s stoner for you. It was like,
like a surf guy,
it was a white guy who
surfboard
like
guy,
was
man.
like fucking, too cool for school but still stupid. And like, yeah,
Get some fucking
that's how they were portrayed, I think, at least.
sour cream and onion potato chips, man. Get water, a whole lot of water.
Get the graham crackers with the chocolate and the marshmallows, make some more. Yeah.
Fucking half-baked reference for you guys. Sorry. This has been a very random episode of just nothingness.
I think we've talked about some stuff, but I think we're done talking about some stuff. But I'm not done talking until I say opposite shout out to Glenn.
Opposite shout out to Glenn. How long have we been
'Cause-
talking? Not very long, dude.
Are you sure? I think it's been about an hour.
I don't think so.
I mean,
We got to really step our games up a little bit here.
got to learn how to calculate time.
We need a shot clock or a clock or
A regular clock would probably help.
a watch. Somebody needs to time something.
Stopwatch.
We need a stopwatch guy. We need a camera guy.
And we need you to do that for the
We
free.
need a fact checker. We need a soundboard. And
We're a low budget production, man. We know this.
unfortunately,
We don't
low
have all of
budget.
those things.
Yeah. And once in a while, we're allowed a show where we have nothing to talk about because sometimes the news is just
I'm
bad.
telling you,
There hasn't been any music out recently.
I really feel like we actually talked about more this episode than we have in some recent episodes.
Really?
Which says a lot. when you
Have
think
I been
about it.
asleep this whole episode? I don't remember any of that.
I mean, we talked about Antonio Brown. We talked about Takashi. We talked about all the important things.
Yeah, but how far did we really go?
Well, we don't have PhDs or anything to really talk about those things.
I got a PhD, motherfucker.
Play a haters degree.
Pretty huge dick.
But yeah,
Pause.
yeah.
It was cold that night.
You can't even spell Versace.
What's your favorite Friday?
It's a close one between 1 and 2, but 1.
Okay. And who was funnier, Chris Tucker or Day Day? Or Mike Epps?
That's also close, but I still think Chris Tucker.
Yeah, I think the original one definitely has it because of its originality.
Yeah.
You know what it came, how it was, what it was spawned from, and the era in which it came from.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely a great movie. I personally probably would say 1 as well, but you know,
Number 2 is close.
2 and 3 are really, really funny, man.
Yeah.
2 and 3 are. He's like, got me a Dada. I never had me a Dada before. I'm gonna wear this to the club. You know, walking around and shit like that. He's like, snatch me a few wallets. You done hit
These
Santa
motherfuckers-
Claus, fool.
These motherfuckers had a restaurant, and the slogan was, "Tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama." Ain't that right, Willie? Yeah, boy.
Bam! Slapped the shit out of her. He's like, she ain't been right ever since you slept.
Yeah, that was a great.
Such a good.
That was a great movie too.
I swear, I feel like this is what we've been doing the whole episode, but it's awesome.
I don't think it has, and I think this is great too, though.
Might be funny. This might
Yeah.
be funny.
Yeah.
You know, I would say that it would be nice to have some. I'd eventually like to get some interaction from our fans or
You would think so.
watchers, because honestly, no, like there's some ways, like, you know, you see some of the other podcasts, and not that you want to do what they do, but I like the idea of having interaction and questions and
Right.
and you know, topics brought onto us by others. You know,
We should start asking for fan mail and just like write us your
this
questions,
is
and we'll open
fan
it.
mail.
Yeah,
Like if we were in like 1995 and this is like
Exactly.
Blue's Clues and
exactly.
shit.
We'll open up your envelope here, and we'll be like, "Yo,
Mail.
I don't think Blue's Clues is what I'm really going for."
Well,
But here's the mail that never fails, I guess. You know,
here's okay. Listen, we're gonna
Right.
give ourselves some age here, but how does that song go? Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it goes, I wanna wag. If you don't know about that, then I mean, I don't know. Not that you don't know other things, but
You probably don't, though.
I'd question those things at
you,
that
you might not know other things.
word.
You know.
I gotta tell you, I've been so angry at Netflix because of the fact that they've been releasing so many things. Like, listen, I don't got that much time in my day to like sit there and watch all your shit.
They're gearing up to try to make themselves more marketable than Disney, and they better, because I've come to terms with the fact that I'm canceling Netflix and getting Disney when it comes out.
Well, it all depends, because depending on what original content Netflix decides to start putting out, I mean, they might win over some.
Listen, think about
some demographics there.
You never need both, okay?
Well, it depends.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Because certain people.
Wait,
No,
let me tell you why. Just let me tell you why. So
Dave Chappelle signed up with Netflix exclusively.
Okay, listen.
You wouldn't get that on Disney.
If you would just listen,
How'd you
then
get
you
that
would
on Disney if
understand.
it's exclusive?
Will you shut up for a second? Just shut up for a second.
If you're exclusive with your girlfriend, unless you cheat on her, you can't go fuck somebody else.
What I'm saying is,
and especially in business with contracts.
let's say you go to Disney and there's
even harder in business.
Let's say you go to Disney and there's 5 shows you want to watch.
Yeah.
And you do the math, and it's going to take you about 2, 3, 4 months to get through those shows, right? So you do that. Then, after you're finished with those episodes, you cut off your membership, start a membership with Netflix, watch whatever you want from there. You don't need both. How many fucking shows are you watching at once? Get something to do with your goddamn time, because I'm too busy for all that shit.
I don't like to watch. I hate being that. I've never been that one that's like, oh, we're watching the show that everybody has to watch right now because, it's dope. Listen, I didn't watch Game of Thrones because I thought that was gay. Not in the bad. I don't mean that in a bad way. We've already established on this podcast what I mean by that.
He's like, how do you refer to things that are gay?
Dude, that's what Game of Thrones was. I didn't really care for it. I didn't want to deal with it. And honestly, I mean, there's been shows I should have watched that I just haven't really gotten into because, again, the timing, it just takes too much, man. Like I don't have the time to be sitting there watching everything and commenting. Like I just don't have it. If you did that, I don't know how productive you'd be in your normal day life.
Not very.
I got way too many things I'm trying to get done, man.
Yeah.
Way too many things.
So that's what I'm saying. You can go without having to have both services. Like right now, think about it. There's Prime Video, there's Netflix, there's fucking Hulu. How many people do you know have all of those things? And why would you? Like you're spending what, $100 extra on TV and you probably pay for cable. It's just not smart to me.
I mean, when you think about it, you have to pay for Wi-Fi, which is a big bill in itself. $70, so $75.
Yeah.
Then you have to go ahead and you have to add every service, So I have the Netflix, I have the Spotify's, I think we've got Hulu, and we also have Amazon Prime. But I think one of those aren't ours. I don't know whose it is. Shout out to that person, whoever it is.
It might be Amazon Prime and it might be mine.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Oh,
It might be Vivi's. I think Amazon Prime is Vivi's. I think Hulu's somebody else. But they're too cheap to spring for the one with no ads, so I don't really know how I feel about that.
So I'm kind of mad at you.
Yo, I've almost deleted the app off the ads. There's too many ads on Hulu, dude.
Yeah.
It's almost like, remember back in the day, like a show would come on, right? They play the theme song. Oh no, they play the beginning and then the theme song, and then they do a commercial again. Yeah. Be like, what the fuck? It's been 45 seconds.
Well, now we're just spoiled, because we did that.
I don't want to see commercials. But commercials used to be
half an hour episode would turn into like 21 minutes. Dude, it'd be 9 minutes. 9 minutes of fucking advertisements. Like, come on.
Yeah, but think about it. Like, this old car is worth money. Remember the old fucking what's it called?
Victory Auto Records.
Victory Auto Records. If you if I don't know how far that spans in other states. But I think that it would be probably Indiana and Wisconsin more than likely you'd see those commercials.
Yeah.
But it was this old ass commercial that they've used even to this day that was shot in the 70s. This guy going to pull open his car door, and the door falls off, and he dramatically exclaims, but very silently because there's no voice, so you would see him do this.
If you're not watching,
he's shaking his head right now
on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head. So then they say, this old car is worth money. And then Victory Auto Records will come pay you cash money, which they've done for me. I've sold a car to them before.
Yo, when they fucking popped that thing up on the ramp, you remember that shit?
Dude, it was like 4 feet of sno outside right now.
I was like, y'all got some skills. Like, they didn't even fucking attach it with a chain. They just popped that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Definitely crazy shit. But no, like old commercials had some time to make the donuts.
Eagle Woman.
It
It's
must
always
be
the car.
Eagle Man.
It's always the car commercials that really.
Chicago.
You have
commercials.
insurance on this car?
Chicago commercials, the moo and oink, moo and oink, moo and oink, moo and oink.
Yeah, they stopped that commercial. That was a great commercial too.
Empire, 588-2300, Empire.
Hey, you know, I just saw the newest version of the Peter Francis Geraci commercial. I was like, wait. You're still alive?
That guy, I thought that dude died like probably 15 years ago, but he's alive and well.
Yeah, but he looks like he's aged finally. Because like that commercial, the regular one, I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. That thing probably started in like the 70s. He put that out, like, 80s maybe.
It was literally, hi, I'm Peter Francis Geraci. What was the other one though? Walter E. Smith. You dream it, we build it.
Comfort and a good night's sleep. Call 1-800 to dream. Yeah, there's mad fucking commercials with those catchy ass.
If you're from Chicago, you've heard all of these before, and if we forgot some, please let us know because I'm sure there's something's gonna pop up that we don't remember.
Let's put together a list of like the top 50 Chicago commercials.
Put a clip together on the fucking YouTube today. The guys go over Chicago commercials.
Yes, maybe we shall.
And then you got to go to like, who's this on the birthday line? It's something.
Yo, I sing that to myself regularly.
and
What's your zodiac sign?
No, and how old are you on this day? And it's the day your birthday?
Yes, it is. You know it is.
Oh, no, wait. We've definitely reversed this whole song. To be fair, they stopped doing this a long time ago.
Yeah, that's when 107.5 was like a channel I wanted to listen to.
Yeah, they used to have some really I forgot the name of all the personalities, but it was pretty dope. That's
Tony Sco, Riot Radio. It was
Tony Sco and the Mo. Used to have Tony's tripping.
Yeah,
remember Tony tripping for like a minute? He would.
That was every morning at like 6:30.
Like, dude, it's too early to be this angry, Tony. He would just be, you know what grinds my gears to death. And then he would tell them.
I thought you were going to come with something controversial.
No, he was going to tell them that's what that was.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't be hating.
I'm not at all.
Moving oink.
All right, I think it's been a show.
All right, fine.
I have nothing else of
I haven't
importance
had
to say.
shit to say all episode. I apologize.
Just because it hasn't been super long of an episode doesn't mean we should just keep going.
I do want to say, firstly, yeah, we're not just gonna give you shit. So we do want to. We're thinking of making some changes.
Yeah,
just a little bit here.
And this just goes back to all the things that I tell you just not to tell people.
But I think we're trying to get more interaction with them, so we have to pose questions. Maybe one day somebody will answer.
But somebody has to watch it all the way until the end.
Somebody will answer other than Maisha. So like,
somebody will have to watch it all the way until the very end.
Nobody's doing that. Nobody's watching the show.
Like, yo, I'm gonna put this in the description. Dude, if you would the first 10 minutes and then watch the last 10 minutes.
Like, dude, if you would just watch the end, you'd really want to watch these shows more often. I'm telling you. But no, like thinking set wise. So we'll leave it at that. Very vague.
Yeah.
Any suggestions? Let us know.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, we always are looking for some sort of interaction, some way to be able to interact with you without being directly. Even though there's like 4 of you, so we could probably all talk on the phone all day and be cool because nobody else demands our attention.
Right. But. And there's everything that we have a membership program for, kind of, if you want to put it like that, is free, right? So go like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, on Apple Music, on Spotify, anywhere you can. Yeah, iHeartRadio.
Anywhere you can hear a podcast or
matter of fact, go watch us on iHeartRadio. Let's win a fucking iHeartRadio podcast award. Then maybe we'll blow up.
Yeah, maybe motherfuckers will give us a little bit of a follow, right?
Right.
No, I'm just like I that's it. Like, and if the few that follow us are interested in like I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Patreon. This is something that you can create that gives you more content. Me and Adam were talking about possibly, maybe providing maybe a different kind of show to those who sign up. And it's just a way to help support the podcast and interact directly. And, we'll give shout outs, all that there.
Right.
But we don't want to do that unless we our fans or lack thereof are looking for something like that.
Hey, we shout out to 120. You know,
Yeah,
we hit that 120.
120 of y'all sub, 25 watch, but we appreciate every one of y'all.
And none of y'all will see this part of the show.
All right. Yeah. Well, I didn't say it, so opposite shout out to Glenn.
Right.
Shout out to Dave. We fuck with you, homie, still, even though you ain't been on the show and all. It's cool. We love you. We'll talk soon.
Right.
He probably ain't even watching right now, so whatever.
I mean, you never know.
I'm pretty sure we know.
Probably not, but maybe.
I haven't even watched this far in the show episode. So anyway. But other than that, man, shout out to all our fans, listeners, and things alike.
Shout out to us for doing a great podcast.
Yeah, this was not that great, but you know what?
It was good.
We're this is 59, 60s next week.
Yep.
Big things.
Yep.
We're hoping to go towards. We're trying to get to that 100 mark.
But we can only do that 1 week at a time, so it'll be another 40
1 week at a time, But by the end of, hopefully middle of next year, we'll be at that 100 episode mark. And those who rock with us, we appreciate you. Those who come later on and catch up on some of our old episodes.
True. So welcome if you're a new listener.
Welcome. This is the future speaking to you. You should have been here before, motherfucker. All right, y'all. We appreciate you.
Yeah, man. We'll holler at y'all on number 60.
Later.
Peace.
R.I.P. Stacks.